Closed captioning for Inside Southeastern Football with Coach Ron Roberts is made possible by North Oaks Orthopedic Specialty Center with locations in Hammond and Livingston. North Oaks, you are the reason we're here.
Hello there and welcome to the first episode of Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts. I'm Alan Waddell and we're here at Strawberry Stadium as the Lions just finished up their final scrimmage of fall camp as they prepare for the Missouri Tigers on September the 1st. I welcome to the show the head football coach of the Southeastern Lions, Coach Ron Roberts. Coach, thanks for being here. Been a very long fall camp for your club. Tonight was kind of the last dress rehearsal as you get ready now to go into Missouri. Talk about the camp so far.
We had a really good camp. Our kids came in, and I thought we continuously got better, and that's what you ask about. Usually in camp, you're going to have a couple down practices. I mean, there was only one. We really felt that he kind of got to our guys and beat us. So it was real impressive, really. I mean, I think we had 19, 20 days that we really felt that there was not a drop off. We went straight at it, and our kids worked extremely hard. And made a lot of improvements and did everything we're asking them to do.
Coach, we talked about the whole offseason about the new turf here at Strawberry Stadium. I know it really helped out this camp because we've had a lot of rain here in South Louisiana. Talk about, you really haven't missed any days' work.
No, thanks to LAA for the turf and it's a great facility. It's a great playing surface, and all the rain we'd have, we'd come out here and it wouldn't slow us down a bit. It drains exceptionally well, and just real fortunate to feel like we've got a stadium and a turf this quality.
Coach, I know anytime you get to the end of fall camp, your kids have got to be tired of beating on themselves and looking forward to playing that opponent as you'll turn your attention to Missouri here this coming week.
No doubt. That's an exciting part that we get to go game week prep, got to look at somebody else, got to look at some, film, and it kind of gets a little old on the players a little bit, just always watching film on themselves. Now you kind of get to see something engage and look forward to something, and again, it's kind of like that carrot dangling at the end of the string.
We're going to take a look at some highlights of tonight's scrimmage, but first, Coach, a good crowd on hand tonight. It was student night. The band was out here, the cheerleaders, the dance team. This was really exciting. Yeah,
I want to thank them for doing that. That created a great environment in this last scrimmage, kind of dry run, walk through. It creates that lights are on, the atmosphere for a lot of our younger guys, a chance for them to get nervous, the butterflies start going when the band's playing and cheerleaders are running out and all that. Thanks to Carly and the marketing department, did an outstanding job. And again, the students for coming out and supporting us and getting involved with it. We're looking forward to that on September 8th when we play South Dakota State, our first home game.
All right, let's go out to the voice of the Lions, Mark Willoughby, as he has the highlights from the night scrimmage.
Stanley under center, long snap count. He'll send Latron Weary in motion, I formation. He'll turn, hand it away. Here's Cheney left side and has a nice hole, gets 5 across the left side. Defense will show blitz. Stanley back to throw. Fires it out. Here's Snell. He's got it. He'll turn back inside and he'll have the first down across the 40 to the 45. Mo Sutton on the tackle. Here's a handoff. Here's Zeke, and he is smothered under, and that's Colin Middleton. Hugh Hubert and also Greg Trier coming in to make the tackle for a loss of 1, 3rd and 11. Takes the football. He'll short drop, fires it out. Marquise Frugier, and he'll have it out of bounds after a 5-yard pickup. Marquise Frugier out of Houston, Texas, originally from New Orleans, a junior college transfer. 3-man front showing blitz. Takes the football. Short drop, fires it out. It's Frugier again. He has it. He'll have the first down out of bounds at the 38-yard line. That's John Graves who forced him out of bounds. But again, Marquise Frugier showing nice hands here early on. High formation to Stanley's left, who's in the gun. He'll send Weary in motion right side. Takes the football, he'll hand it away. This is Cheney again sweeping right, and he'll have 3 or 4. Over the right side, nice blocking over there by Gaston Gabriel, the junior out of Jackson, Louisiana, West Feliciana High School. Takes the football, hands it away. Here's Weary sweeping left, and boy, he's swarmed under. And again, that is Drew Masita. He's all over the place here tonight. That's his 3rd tackle of the night. Stanley in the gun, trips left. Takes the football, 4-man rush, steps up in the pocket. He's got the slant. It's complete. That's McCray, and that'll be close to a first down. He had Mo Sutton on the coverage. Long snap count. Takes the football, hands it away. Here's Cheney, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Lions are able to knock him off the football, and Michael Cheney getting the bulk of the carries here tonight. And scores the first points of this scrimmage.
Thanks, Mark. And before we hear from Coach Ron Roberts and see what he has to say about tonight's scrimmage, let's hear from a couple players who had some big plays in tonight's game.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that's going to step up and make plays because we got a lot of freshmen, a lot of new transfers, as myself. We got to come in and step up and play big for the team.
We're fired up. We're ready to start game planning. We're ready to start just hit somebody else. I mean, we're not trying to game plan each other, but we're so used to each other what we're doing, so somebody new will really help us and get us more fired up.
Coach, we talked about it earlier, kind of a dress rehearsal tonight. Not a whole lot of contact. Talk about the decision to do that.
Well, we had some kids banged up. Not a bunch. I mean, not anything to be alarmed about, and like that. We felt though that we had two big scrimmages. This scrimmage tonight was really about evaluating the special teams. What we really wanted to get done,
right,
and evaluating to make sure assignments and mental part. It wasn't about really judging their physicality on the field. So we decided, stay up, and it limits obviously the chance for injury. So we stayed up during the thing, but we still got physical, and it was a thud scrimmage, and there's still a lot of contact out there.
Well, Coach, talk about what stood out in your mind in tonight's scrimmage. What did you take out at night?
Well, I think it was physical. I think that it was physical up front, and there wasn't a lot of mental mistakes, and that's a big thing. We talked about before we came out. It was make sure we come out. We want to see us eliminate mistakes, eliminate the mental mistakes that we've seen in the last couple of scrimmages, and get better at that. And we want to see great effort on special teams. So I think it came out and gave us what we want. Now we saw some mistakes there in special teams, but that was our first real live run through of special teams and getting a real look at it. So there were some mistakes, but it gives some good film to correct off of.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more for you right here on Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts right here at Strawberry Stadium.
Come on, let's move it. That's it, just like that. We've got to be able to run the ball.
Football is back, and a new era begins September 1st as head coach Ron Roberts and your Lions hit the field. Don't miss out on the action as Southeastern plays 5 home games. Catch every touchdown and hit as the Lions push towards a Southland Conference championship. For season ticket info, please visit lionsports.net or call 866-LION-TICKS.
Guys, we've got to have a commitment to winning.
But Coach, this is just summer camp.
Break's over then. Let's get back to work. And you get your season tickets.
For head-to-toe checkups and almost everything in between, finding the right doctor is just a phone call away. The North Oaks Physician Hotline at 985-230-DOCS puts you in touch with over 160 physicians. For exceptional health care, conveniently located in Hammond, call our physician hotline at 985-230-DOCS. North Oaks Health System. Since 1960, you are the reason we're here.
Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts. It's now time to take a look at the 2012 depth chart of your Southeastern Lions. Southeastern enters its 10th season on the gridiron since its historic return in 2003, and the Lions will be under the guidance of new head football coach Ron Roberts. Coming out of spring practice, Roberts and his staff has a better understanding of the talent they inherited for the upcoming season. On the offensive side of the ball, the Lions return a trio of quarterbacks, 2 of which saw significant playing time last year. As fall camp has progressed, senior Nathan Stanley has taken the reins of the #1 offense and never looked back. Stanley saw action in 5 games last year, throwing for 286 yards and 2 touchdowns as he worked to grasp the new up-tempo Lion offense. The other quarterback who saw playing time last year was Hahnville native Brian Young. Young played in 11 games last year, throwing for 2,800 yards and 15 touchdowns. Both Stanley and Young entered fall camp with a shot at being the 2012 signal caller. Both will see action in 2012, but Stanley has seemed to have the edge on being the opening game starter. And while the 2 quarterbacks are battling each other on the field, off the field, there's a lot of love to go around amongst the 2.
It was a good battle. BJ's a really good competitor. He competes really hard. He's a good friend of mine too. He's a good guy. I love BJ, and I just tried to, in the spring, we got the new coaching staff and this new offense. I just tried to take it one day at a time. and take it upon myself to get myself better.
One position on the field where the Lions are stacked with numbers has to be in the backfield. The Lions have a stable of backs ready to carry the load. Last year's starter Zeke Jones returned along with other key contributors like LaTron Weary, Michael Chaney, Jordan Wells, and Blaine LeBlanc. Last year the Lions rushed for 1,250 yards on 359 carries for a 3.5 yards per rush attempt.
We're waiting for that guy. Which one I'm going to be, I don't know. I really can't tell you. I mean, I was hoping we need another scrimmage, we get another, probably, a little more evaluation. They're playing well. We need somebody in that group, I just always say, to come step up and say, it's my job, I'm the guy.
If Nathan Stanley is going to throw the ball, then someone is going to have to be there to catch it. And that is where the Lions have their biggest question marks on the offensive side of the ball. The Lions have several receivers back, but lack one guy who has stood out in college football. Sophomores Chris Malott and Stanley Moore return along with juniors Tony McCray and Jarrett Johnson. The Lions will also look to newcomers Jerry Anderson, Brandon Snell, and Marquise Fruge. The only tight end on the roster that is returning is Pflugerville, Texas native Jordan Moon. Moon was injured most of last year and spring, so the fall is the first chance the staff has had to see him perform. Add to the mix Hunter Craven, who moves from offensive line to tight end, will see time at position along with newcomer Taylor Jenkins and former quarterback Jeremy Myers. It all starts up front for any football team, and that is very true for the Lions. The two main anchors along the front line this year will be senior tackle Paul Rapolo and junior tackle Gaston Gabriel. Both Rapolo and Gabriel saw significant action last year in the trenches, along with guards Marshall Paris and Corey Booth. The Lions lost their center when Josh Penton graduated, and coming out of the spring, Galveston, Texas, Jeremy Wilson has taken over the spot for the Lions. Senior Prentice Hood, along with sophomore Jared Hale and newcomers Brent Wagner, Taylor Romero, and Joe Graves could see action down in the trenches for the Lions.
Offensive line as a whole, I think we've made a lot of strides. I mean, I feel like we have experience with the first five, and we've all played together. You know what I'm saying? We know the ins and outs of each other, and I've really been impressed with the young guys, the guys that we brought in.
If offense wins games, then you know what I'm about to say. That's right, defense wins championships. And it's on the defensive side of the ball where the Lions will have to show the biggest improvement if Southeastern is going to establish a way of winning. New defensive coordinator Pete Golding welcomes back 9 starters from last year's team.
The biggest thing is getting off blocks and making tackles. I mean, I think that's something that we've drastically improved in. We try to make an emphasis because that is defense, like it or not. And then we try to fine-tune some techniques and put those guys in better situations and stunt some guys some more and make the ball go east and west more than downhill. But I think the biggest thing is defeating blocks and making the tackle when you have the opportunity.
In 2012, the Lions defense will switch from a 4-3 defense to a 3-3-5. This will allow senior Devin Walker to drop back and play in the stand-up position as opposed to on the line, a move that excites Walker. With Walker's absence in the trenches, the duties of the defensive line will fall on the shoulders of returnees. Tremaine Lucas, who saw action in all 11 games last year, recording 20 tackles and forcing a fumble. Joining Lucas on the line will be senior Mero Stovall, junior Greg Trier, sophomores Robert Scarpati and Justin Church, along with newcomers Nico Taylor, Ivan Arbonov, and Jeremy Williams.
I think we've got 9 guys that can play and compete, and we kind of set that standard. The way we're going to be successful up there is to make sure that we get 9 guys rolling in fresh and they play at a faster pace than everybody else, and that's what they've got to do.
The linebacker core has a solid nucleus of returnees. On the left side is where you'll find Devin Walker, sophomore Aaron Harris, and junior John Roberts. Anchoring down the middle is Ponchatoula native Caleb Muse. Muse saw action in 9 games last year, recording 18 tackles. Sophomore Tyler Terrell will also see action in the middle. On the right side is where senior Tay Alford will play. Alford played in 11 games last year, recording 90 tackles. The 4-year letter winner out of Bastrop is one of the leaders on the defense and will work on the left side with Amite native Drew Masita, who saw action in 9 games last year, along with newcomer Caleb Young, and former Texas Tech transfer Cullen Hubert, and freshman Juwan Rogers from Amite, Louisiana.
We get to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and Coach Scott, he's a great coach that's teaching us, how to get off blocks and things like that. So I think it'll be very productive when we hit the season.
The defensive backfield will without a doubt be the strength of the Lions defense. All-American candidate senior Robert Alford returns after leading the Lions last year with 5 interceptions. Alford was forced to record 52 tackles from his cornerback position last year, and with an improved run defense, Alford knows he won't have to help to stop the run so much.
And we got a lot of athletic people up on defense instead of just me that a lot of people just slipping on and been missing out upon, and I think they're going to be able to see those guys this year.
Working with Alford in the defensive backfield on the other side will be right corner Todd Washington, who is in his 2nd year with the Lions after having transferred in from Memphis. Washington saw action in 8 games last year and had 15 tackles and 1 interception. Other cornerbacks who could play a role for the Lions are seniors Tadero Grays Jr., Tommy Elliott, and freshman Denzel Thompson, and new arrival Harlan Miller. The safety position is pretty secure with Tyler Stoddard, Kevin Roberts, and Maurice Sutton, all three which saw significant playing time in 2011. Newcomers Theo Alexander, John Graves, and Kevin Harmon also figure into the mix once the season starts.
Big thing we're working on right now is the pursuit and the every play, the speed of the game, not to pace yourself for 4 quarters. We're going to have enough depth to where we're going to place you with fresh legs to where we play at one speed at all the time.
The kicking duties will be shared by Seth Sebastian and Ryan Adams. And back returning kicks this year will be sophomore Jordan Wells, who set a single-season school record for return yards with 1,383 in 2011. The punter battle is too close to call, as senior Beaumont and junior Matt McCormick continues to push each other for playing time. Coach, after taking a look at that story, I think one thing that jumps out is there's a lot of competition at a lot of positions. You have a lot of newcomers on this club, but also a lot of key returnees as well.
I think it's a pretty good mixture. We've got a big core group of our guys that were here in the spring, are returners, that we've had that foundation of building on, and I think we've got a good group of guys, the newcomers coming in here, some young freshmen and some junior college transfers that are going to be able to come in here and add some depth, and some of them are competing for immediately to start right away.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have more for you right here on Inside Southeastern Football with head coach Ron Roberts right here at Strawberry Stadium.